All right, let's go.
All right, guys. So happy Sunday. Well, it's Sunday, the 19th, our weekly end of the week call. So talking about Jackson, MHP, located in Jackson, Michigan. So how was your week, guys?
Wonderful. Awesome. Aside from being stuck here with my family, I'm just
Yeah, no
kidding.
kidding.
It's been great so far.
Yeah, so that's great. So this week was we've been, let me just give you a quick update. So I was working with our park manager on just follow-ups. We were just trying to follow up with our tenants, making sure, working on collections, and collections also meaning just finding out where people stand at this time, if there are any job loss or any health issues. And as we discussed, let me just share my screen real quick here. As we discussed, to provide resources. You see my screen now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so as we discussed, we added the resource button on Jackson Mobile Home Park website. So we have here, I'm sorry, like resources. So any unemployment agencies and other resources just for families to get food, maybe to help with bills and things like that. So that's been added, the resource button. And also, just so you know, our park manager, they printed and handed out those notices, resource information to our tenants. So that's been done this week. We made sure to collect all the email addresses for the tenants, whomever was missing, so we can email this information and just provide it in a more timely manner. So that's been done. And otherwise, we've been doing pretty good with collections despite of the outbreak. I guess we're just working through that. And this coming week, we're going to continue on with whomever we didn't reach, the tenants we didn't reach. This week, we will just continue on the work. So I guess that's for me this week. Oh, so a couple of more updates. Matt, you know that I don't remember if you were on the call with us, right? So we applied for SBA loan, so that was good. We did the payment protection this week as well, so that's been done. And what else? Yeah, so I think that's been good. What were you guys up to?
I can start off. So as far as this week goes, I know that daily operations, right? There were a couple of sewers that had to be jetted out with tree roots, and so we got pictures from the manager, and so we just took up bids for that. A couple other plumbing issues under I think the manager's house that we had to fix. So just I guess typical stuff, right? Nothing too worrisome.
Did you guys enjoy the pictures yesterday from our park?
More sewage problems, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
More sewage problems, right?
Yeah. Well, it's spring, right? So we were kind of expecting that we'll have a little more maintenance coming up.
Yeah.
And Matt, you're also getting the bids now for landscaping and for right?
That's
and
true.
For other yard work.
Yeah. So the one thing that we have gotten a couple of bids from people. I know the prior owner used to have somebody local or one of the residents do the grass cutting and weeding and such.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're looking for somebody more who's bonded and insured, right? Who has their own equipment.
For sure.
That way, if there's any accidents or something, God forbid that we can kind of be covered with that.
Absolutely. No, I think it's great. So park manager is on it, so they're getting bids, so that's great. And of course, we'll probably have to just wait a little bit in bringing in the dumpsters, right? Because we don't want people lining up.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
By the dumpsters. Yeah, God forbid. So especially Michigan is really strict right now with the, with people staying at home.
All the COVID stuff, yeah. Yep.
So, and yeah, and a great thing also this week, we had all our office supplies delivered to the office. So none of our park manager or assistant park manager need to get out anywhere. So that's great. And also the safe means the letter, the instructions for our manager, park manager, to not let anyone in the office, just anything, any maintenance concerns over the phone, pictures.
Right.
Tenants take pictures, send them to our park manager, so no one gets in anyone's homes. So people have to stay where they are, and we'll take care of any maintenance kind of that way.
Yep. Yeah, technology definitely helps with this.
Right.
Makes a lot.
No, that's great.
Yeah, the pay lease was set up on time too, so people are now excited that they can pay online. They don't have to go, get a money order. They don't have to write a check and give it to the office. So that's great. So that's been set up. Apply Now has been set up where we could just basically apply now and go directly into a prospect to rent manager. And then once we screen them, we could go ahead and put them as a tenant. So which is great. One thing that we did meet with this week, I'll go ahead and share my screen, is, let's see. So if you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing we did meet with, and we could have a different conference call on this to kind of go in specifics, but Dimitri, myself, as well as Consumer Energy, and also an electrician, we met with, had a conference call, and we talked about our proposal. We talked about specific logistical items that need to be done. And so this is going to be our proposal. We met with already one electrical company. Now we're meeting with another, and we're proposing that where the red dots are, here in the middle section is where we actually put the pedestals, unlike the last proposal we got where we did an apartment style meters with like 20 plus meters. We're now trying to do very similar style that we're doing now, which will eventually hopefully save us money in terms of building a big ditch or a big trench. So we're still kind of waiting for that. This project is underway. We just got to make sure that with the COVID crisis, we got to make sure that the timelines match. So we hope to get the quotes from our electricians done by the next week or so, and then meet again with Consumer Energy to make sure we're on the same page. So that's my update. So this warrants a longer discussion, but just kind of giving an update that we are moving forward with our project on turning the master meter into direct build with Consumer Energy. Which will be good.
No, that's great. That will be great that you kind of taking time right now to prep us for when the kind of ban on any labor is lifted. We could actually go and do it right away. So that would be
absolutely. Yeah, Dimitri's been a lot of help on this, right? Really solidifying that. So he's been a great asset to have on board.
No, that's great. So what do we have for next week? What do we have planned up?
So we have about 3 applications that I approved along with James. So we're going to be hopefully signing them this coming week. And because of COVID, what we did was we took extra measures to basically screen our tenants to make sure they have adequate jobs that last in this crisis, that they're still getting paid. We make sure that screening them is up the utmost importance, because we don't want them to basically get them on board and not pay rent. So what we're doing is we're increasing the barrier for them to come on board. We're increasing the amount that we're asking for security deposit. Instead of 1 month security deposit, we're asking for 1.5 times, which is the legal limit of Michigan. And we're asking for proration of the rent, which we're currently doing, but we're asking also for first month's rent. So this is a different clientele. This is not the clientele that just lives by month to month, but could show that they have adequate enough savings to basically come on board this park. So we're screening them on the upfront, and also on the back end, you guys are doing a good job with collections. So it's kind of a dual edge.
That is absolutely incredible to have 3 more tenants come on board in this time.
Absolutely.
That is, that would be just absolutely, for us, it means a lot. And I like how we were just discussing a little bit earlier, how we're going to have the lease signing happening also. So the lease, Nick, do you want just to go through just that process, how lease is going to be signed virtually as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, because of Rent Manager, we're able to have all the information and then pre-populate into the lease, and we're going to have it ready for James. James is going to meet with them to sign sell the homes to them, right? That's his job. But he's also going to present the actual lot lease to them, right? But also call our park managers to be on the phone with them to basically walk them step by step where to sign. And then they're going to leave the actual security deposit, ID. We're going to make copies of that virtually. James is going to take a picture of that, send it over to us. So everything will be done without the residents actually talking face to face with our park managers, which is very important. We want to respect them in terms of this crisis. So.
Yeah. And everything's going to be uploaded again, just following the protocol. So it's going to be all uploaded, and rent manager also saved and tracked. So yeah, no, that's awesome. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Technology helps.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially during this time. So
Yeah.
it goes to show that there's definitely a need for affordable housing in that area. So I think the demographics, when we actually bought this park, we actually did the test that